Guys, welcome back into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with the Crypto Tank. What's going on, guys? How are you this morning? Coming on 6:55 this morning, Colorado time, Friday, July 25th. And here is our, essentially our topic for today, which are 5 cryptos you see listed here. And today, how's everybody doing this morning? Welcome in. Welcome. Let's quickly get to our cryptocurrency market. And CoinMarketCap has us in at 3.82 trill. We are tracking down now. Fear and Greed's coming in at 66 on the Fear and Greed index, and Bitcoin is down to 116,000. Well, and so is Ethereum. Ethereum's hanging at 3,700. Good job, Ethereum. And nice job, Bitcoin, holding these levels here because, Bitcoin jumps like 5-6 grand in a day. If you guys haven't watched this stuff yet. My wife and I were driving down the road and Bitcoin jumped like $3,000 in like, I don't know how many minutes. It was ridiculous. Anyway, XRP is coming in at $3.12. For all of you folks who are waiting for your entry on XRP, she dipped down here, down to these levels. Yesterday. Okay, well, for those XRP fans, there you go. We are Bitcoin fans as well. I'm sorry, XRP folks who hate me saying that. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Shiba Inu coming in. And I'm not even going to tell you. I laugh. I have Shiba too, by the way. I like it. Transparency here on the channel. Filecoin, love it. Flare, love it. Didn't get it. Just missed that. Somebody asked me in the comments yesterday how you get that. You would have had to have held XRP kind of like just a couple of weeks prior to, I missed it by 2 weeks. It was in 2021, I think, that you had to December. Something like that. I don't remember. Look it up. XDC coming in at 8 cents. 8 cents for an XDC. Wow. Pax Gold guy who created that lives somewhere near me here. Interestingly. IOTA coming in at 20 cents. And Sandbox coming in at 30 cents. Now take a look at Sandbox real quick, guys. For example, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for informational and educational purposes only. Little bit of entertainment. I'm Frank the Crypto Tank. Welcome in, guys. We cover crypto. We cover news if you're new here. We cover everything crypto. Not everything crypto, but, we cover charts. We cover fundamentals. So some TA, some fundamentals, real world events. We enjoy. We see. Oh, Sandbox. What was my point? Oh, here's Sandbox. Uh-oh. Now look at Sandbox. Would you just take a peek at Sandbox, please? All-time high, $8.44 for Sandbox. By the way, guys, don't forget to check Caleb and Brown. I will tell you why. If you guys are not connected to Caleb and Brown at this point, I don't know. I'll do a crazy head shake. I don't know. You got to tap our link down below, which does work now. Thank you for letting us know yesterday. I'm going to jump into today's topic, and then we'll get into everybody that is hanging in the comments and such. Today's top 5 cryptos. We'll start with our beloved XRP, and let me get back to my screen. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. So, our beloved XRP, and by the way, Crypto 6 Foot, what's up? Congrats. Oh yeah, thanks, dude. Yeah, what's up, Crypto 6 Foot? Yeah, I checked all this stuff, man. Awesome stuff, dude. I went on YouTube and checked all this stuff. Fantastic. I think it's so fun. So cool. What a great existence. Let's get into the XRP, Ripple XRP ledger and why it could explode. We all know why, and we hit videos on it, but for today's talk, I'm just going to briefly tap. I'm simply going to briefly tap on these. Now, we know Ripple's positioned itself for cross-border payments, for a number of things. Now it's not just cross-border payments, but between U.S. Treasury, spotlighting early USD now. And I think you just saw, if everybody didn't see, this just happened yesterday where we get an A rating. Our USD is now looked at as numero uno stablecoin. The Hidden Road acquisition, the prime brokerage that they purchased recently, the Genius Act tailwinds. There are a number of crucial, powerful factors that play into XRP rocketing over the next 2 to 3 years. And also the XRP ETF that's underway, which is under SEC review. I think we all know where that's going. Wink, wink, in a positive way with a big smile. XRP's being surgically placed, basically, into global financial infrastructure everywhere, including central banks. Yes, we do not prefer the CBDC. I understand. We have folks in the comments that do not like, and I get it, and we don't like it either. The thing is they're going to do what they do, aren't they? So whether you or I like it or not, it is what it is. There's some catalysts here, of course, regulatory clarity, some additional catalysts, regulatory clarity, ODL expansion, tokenized treasuries. Let's see. How about Ondo tokenizing gold on the XRP ledger? Yeah. My take is I just don't know where XRP can go. I have people, takes pause. I don't know where the heck XRP is going. Realistically, I think we're going to hit 15, 17. I could take a guess. I think we're hitting 15, 17 bucks. I don't know for sure. Nobody does. Where's XRP going? XRP could go to $100 by the end of the year. That could never happen. Yes, it could. Oh, it most certainly could. No? Oh, yeah. Yep. Yo, why? $100. It could be. Let's get into XDC. Tankers calling $100 XDC by EOY. Here you go. You know what they are. You don't need them up there. It's Quant, it's VET, it's XDC, it's XRP, it's XLM, it's Algo, it's HBAR, it's easy to see. I will not stop repeating the same coins and projects that I've been repeating for 6 years on most of the ones almost every one that I mentioned. Not saying I told you so at all. I'm saying these are the coins, not financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Don't ever buy anything because of what I say or do, because you could lose all your money in crypto. But here's the thing. And here's the thing. I will not negate what I just said. Your financial decisions are your own. And when we look at XDC, XRP, XLM, HBAR, VeChain, Quant, Algo, Myota, ADA, which is Cardano. There are others. We see that if one is holding coins like this, the gains that materialize out of thin air, it's insane. That's not financial advice. Never buy any of those that I just told you. That is not financial advice. Don't buy any of those. XDC. Don't buy XDC. Can I think about it? No, don't even think about it. Okay, don't even look at XDC. It's on the XinFin network out of Singapore. Why could it fly to the frickin' moon? Tokenomics are such. I understand. We're going to cover tokenomics, and we will cover why I say and others say, well, geez, XDC is not going to be like a real fast mover, I don't think. Well, with thin liquidity, it can, right? Because thin liquidity is like that batting average that where you just started the season, you only have kind of like 2 batting averages or 3. So every at-bat affects your batting average in a huge way, kind of like thin liquidity. So like there's fewer players in the beginning with crypto, and so like any kind of move like moves the market in a big way up or down, moves that coin up or down, right? Thin liquidity. Yeah, that's how come XRP can rock the house coming up here and go to $100 EOY, baby. Let's get back to XDC. Never buy any of these, by the way. Don't ever buy any of these. XDC is solving a $19 trillion trade finance issue. So you know that like most of, hey, what's going on, Todd? What's up, Todd? My buddy Todd is probably the coolest dude maybe you might meet in this world. One of, I say that a lot, but I have a couple of few that I really think are quite cool. And there's only a few. And Mr. Todd is one. What's up, brother? How you doing this morning? My bro from Missouri. Well, from here. But Missouri people tend to be really cool by and large. Oh, you always get your knuckleheads everywhere. Let's not candy coat it. All right, I love Missouri. Here's the deal, guys. Trade finance, and Todd's gonna be like, I've heard Frank talk about this crap to me until I'm blue in the face. Like when we've gotten a beer, or we've like had dinner, you know, with he and his wife and my wife. You know, it's like, I've talked to people about crypto till I'm freaking this color in the face, man. What can I say? I don't know what to do about this anymore. I'm ready to cry. By the way, never buy anything that I'm talking about because that, you know, well, you do what you want. Yeah. Financial decisions are your financial decisions. But today we are covering XRP, XDC, Quant, VeChain, and we are covering Fetch AI. And by the way, I didn't mention this, and it should be in the title. The reason why I'm covering these 5 is because I was going to throw another one in besides Fetch AI for 5, FYI, and I don't think I was going to have Quant in there. I think I was going to have XLM, and then I probably was going to have ADA, or as far as not financial advice. And in my opinion, the most gains, the most X's coming up here for yourself. Not X as in, you know, border agnostic, cross-border transmittance, but X as in gains, as in frickin' 50X on your returns, you know, and never financial advice because you're never going to be buying anything I say because crypto is risky and you can lose all your money in crypto. Absolutely. Now, here's the deal on XDC and trade finance and what it's doing with trade finance to get back to the point. Guys, do you know that all of the shipping containers that they've standardized over these past years, and they took a big hiccup, you may not have known this, but they took a big hiccup in the supply chain when they did this, and they took the time, it took like a year or two, and they standardized all these shipping containers that we see around the world. So that they can be transported, drop up, like automated. Like, for instance, my business I have to do today with an estimating program I've got to handle. And I've got to go in and set up all of these. So when I create estimates, it's simple for me to just click on it and do it. Okay, so similar to that, they automated this whole system with the shipping containers. You may or may not have known, I think it was like 5-6 years ago. It may have been a lot longer. I think it was further back. But anyway, they did this. And what happens is that now, a couple of years ago, the King of England says, yes, trade finance can be digitized on the blockchain. Go for it. XDC running on the XinFin network out of Singapore. Somebody in the comments insisted it was China. It's here's the thing, guys. Do you think XDC might be important in this world coming up? Do you think it might X a whole crap ton past its hang on one sec? past its, hold on, let's grab XDC right quick, skis. Not trying to rhyme, it just happens sometimes. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Not trying to do it. No, I'm just kidding. I could keep rhyming. I'm not going to be a rapper, though. XDC's not far down the list. Why can't this knucklehead find it? Because I'm too busy trying to find rhyme time, yo. All right, here's the thing. Look at XDC coming in at 19 cents. What in the freak? Look at XDC. All right, now look at. Let's pull a calculator out and go. We got an all-time high, 19 cents. Now look at. Do you guys think, honestly, that an XDC can jump? I didn't mean to give you. I literally just. I went like this. Guys, I'm not giving you the finger. Sorry. 19 cents for all-time high. Now, do you think it could 3x past that next run? I don't know. I think it can hit a 57 cent. Now look. If 57 cents was the next all-time high coming up for XDC, I actually don't like it. I like I like it. I want to stay conservative. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I can be Moonboy if I want. I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't have a financial background or history, so who gives two craps? You know what I mean? I can say what I want. So let me try 5x. All right, 19, and it totally can do that. Totally. It's totally 80s. Let's try a 5x, 95 cents. Okay, it's almost $1. So a 95 cent XDC. So you know what? I want to play hard on this. I'm going to drop I'm not rich. Come on, I'll drop 5K on it. Let's see. Divided by 0.08 equals. So I got 62,500 shares of XDC. That's 62,500. Call it 62K, give to the exchange and take care of the fee and bonus. So you got 62,000 XDC, even though that's probably too much, but who cares? It's way too much, actually, but who cares? Maybe a little tax is handled. Anyway, XDC, you got 62,000 shares at, what did I say, 95 cents? So now you got yourself $59,000 for putting in 5. Oh. Not you, because you don't buy anything because of what I say on this channel, and neither do I. We don't to give any financial advice in this channel. We're educating. We're pulling a calculator exercise. I call it a calculator exercise right there. All right. Don't forget to check Caleb, and the reason why on Caleb, guys, to tell you again, is because, yes, they do keep your funds backed 1-to-1, and you can see that live when you want. You also have 24/7 support with your crypto broker that is yours, and it's free, included in this whole thing, and it's real, and they really do talk to you, and they really do help you, and it's really crazy stuff. I hope Caleb can keep up with the growth that they're going to experience coming up in the coming years and keep this attention, and I believe they will, this same level of attention like this. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it, and I'm not kidding. I'm thinking like when something seems to be good, but it's not too good to be true. Something seems to be too good to be true because they have the fee. You got to pay the fee, and it's not, you have to pay, it costs. It's a service. But boy, it is an incredible service. And we have Jim Pisani coming up from Caleb and Brown on Monday, August 18th. Monday, August 18th at 5:30 Colorado time. Please tune in live to that. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. We're going to talk about the differences between an exchange like an Uphold, a Coinbase, and so forth. Nothing. I use them. They are full transparency in how they operate. They tell you in the fine print how they operate. They're not a brokerage. They operate differently. They're an exchange. It's okay. Nothing wrong. They have a different structure. I say nothing wrong. I think there is something wrong. I think I don't like that when my money is on Uphold so much, and I can't set it so that forget it, so that when it hits crazy heights that I can automatically have my money go into my bank account, they won't allow it. So they're like, sorry, too much money, guy. Too much money coming out of our platform. We're not going to be allowing that. And it's okay because they're an exchange. But that's one of the differences between an exchange and also daily limit of $50,000 on Uphold that I can only pull $50,000 a day, or you or anybody. And on Caleb and Brown, if I literally want to pull $2 million in one transaction, as long as I clear it ahead of time with my bank, I can actually do that. Yeah, for the same fee, for the same that fee. Yeah. Okay, and I think it's 3.5%, but I don't like saying that because I don't want to get that wrong, and I said I would check it, and I didn't. Here, I need to do it. I don't care. Let's see. What's the fee for Caleb and Brown?
Caleb and Brown primarily charges a brokerage fee when you execute a trade, buy, sell, or swap cryptocurrencies. Here's a breakdown of their fee structure. Commission/brokerage fee. This is a percentage of the denominated value of your purchase or disposal amount. The specific rate is agreed upon between you and Caleb and Brown before the trade is executed. While they emphasize transparency and simplicity, some user reports suggest a premium of around 3.5% on trades. No hidden fees. They highlight that there are no additional charges for signing up or opening an account management or ongoing costs, deposits or withdrawals of crypto or fiat, talking to your broker, spreads or slippage. They aim to get you the best market price. All-inclusive fee. Their brokerage fee is designed to be all-inclusive, covering expenses like gas fees and withdrawal fees. Single fee for swaps. If you swap one cryptocurrency for another, e.g., Bitcoin to Ethereum, you'll only pay one fee on the total value of the trade, not multiple fees for separate buy and sell transactions. Minimum trade requirements. Through your personal broker, the minimum trade value is typically $2,000. Through their online...
But you need to know there's no minimum to sign an account up and start an account, so don't get that twisted, please. I think this is pretty interesting.
Portal. Trades can start from $500. Asset management fees for specific funds. If you invest in a specific fund like the Caleb and Brown U.S.
It goes on to get. I'm not doing all that. We're not doing all that. That goes deeper. Caleb and Brown is pretty amazing. Please check us. And please now let's get back to this because you know what? Don't buy or sell anything because of what I say on the channel. Please do not do that. You know? That'd be crazy. Don't do that. XDC is digitizing trade finance, and it's a crusher coming up. And they also are digitizing on the blockchain all of the U.S. Patents. Every U.S. patent is being put on the blockchain by XDC as well. So I don't know if you knew that or not. Do you think that might be valuable coming up? I don't know. It might be. It might not. It might not. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. It's ISO 20022 compliant as well. I think you guys know that. We've got some catalysts for XDC, including digitization of trade finance, use of USDC as collateral in real-world DeFi markets. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure XDC can perform micropayments as well. I'm not positive on that. Please check me. I needed to check that. I thought I heard that. More governments and banks integrating into the XDC ecosystem. And basically, the takeaway here on XDC is real-world tokenization, trade documents, patents. XDC is basically the rails and the fuel for all of this. Some people are saying that XDC is a 20x sleeper. From all-time high. Now, if that were the case, that would be more like, what would that be like, 250,000 or 300K on that 5K that we mentioned earlier on today's price for XDC? What you'd have if you, what I would have if I put $5,000 in? Not you, me. Not financial advice. I hate that I have to keep saying that. Don't use that word. I don't like that I have to keep saying that. And what's up to everybody in the comments? You got Crypto 6 Foot. You got Mr. Todd. You got Brian Johnson. Good morning, sir. You've got Mr. Alexander. Good morning. And Zebek. Somebody asked me about Zebek. Am I saying that right? I frickin' missed the boat on it. Look at. As far as I'm concerned on this channel, I do my best to have zero ego, especially when it comes to investing. And no coffee helps me to do that. And I know I do. People are going to hate me for saying no coffee, but whatever. You guys make your own choices. But I stopped coffee a couple of years ago, except for just once in a while. And I trade better. My emotional state is way level. Yeah, I messed up on Zebek, man. I messed up. Is the ISO 20022 in effect, or did the date change? No, they are still on. Good question. They're still on November 20 of this year. All banks have to be on by November of this year, and I do believe it's November 22nd, which again is Master Builder Day. How interesting. Yeah, I missed Zebek. Zebek. I'm a knucklehead. I missed it. That's a biggie. Payments, right? Something with payments. Kind of like having to do interfacing or integrating with Venmo also or something. I don't know. I think I have that off. I don't want to say that. Don't listen to me when I just said. Strike that from the record. I don't know about here. I'm not going to cover it. Tell me about Zebek. I have to continue with today's talk. Don't know about Zebek. I will get back to the comments, though. Let me get to, you know what? That's good. That's decent as far as XDC goes. I feel like I've given enough on XDC. I mean, all right, one last thing. Okay, fine. One last thing on XDC. Singapore, crypto cap. Anyway, of the planet. Moving on. Quant, in terms of adoption and Metcalfe's law and so forth. Why it's critical. Quant's, by the way, tell me what you think about Casper, please, because I know Prove AI left and went over to HBAR, and everybody dumped on Casper, and I want to know what you think because Todd's in here now too, and I want to know what you think because I don't know because I feel like I could be messing up too, and I never get the opinion. And Todd, you're making me think of Casper right now, and there's another one too that's like Casper, that I want to know how people feel because they've been quiet. And I don't know where they are and where people feel about these, because I feel like I could add a few more to this list, and one could be Casper. I know some people who love Jasmy. That's another one to add to the list. Jasmy's a crusher, and so is, by the way, and shout out to you, brother. And you know who you are. Gala Games as well. So I missed Gala Games. And I missed Jasmy as well. I missed Beck. I missed Gala Games. I missed Jasmy. I missed a whole ton. Boy, did I miss a ton of cryptos. I missed Bitcoin. I have some, and I have some Ethereum, but I missed Bitcoin and Ethereum, full transparency. I did not miss the old VeChain train. I did not miss XDC, XRP, XLM, HBAR, Algo, MyOTA, Quant, and some others. I'm proud to say, and I have quite a few others to the tune of 42 in the portfolio, which about 18 are still going to crank. One would be, why don't you check out Orchid, which is kind of like VPN for crypto. I've got a few. My boy Todd shouting out Casper in the comments. Check Casper. I mean, I don't know. I got a bunch of people that even who covered Casper back in the day. And, one is Kevin Cage and some others. And I know he felt so bad about that and everything, but I don't know. I think Casper could moon like a son bitch. I don't know. It might not. See, the thing is Casper, Prove AI could have been all it had. Could have been all it had in the tank. You know what I mean? Really, it's true. It could be true. It could be all it had in the tank. It might not do anything. That's the thing with some of these projects. We kind of just don't know. They don't put a lot of information out. They're not public on a lot, so you don't really know oh man, I have about 10. I wish I had a better internet search that I could find more deep research on that is just not available. I try AI as well, but it's basically the same stuff, the same info gathering. But anyway, I mean, I want to go down to their office and just say, hey, can I apply for an internship? And then just kind of start getting the inside word, what's going on over at XDC and so forth, a little plant. All right, Quant is number 3. Why is Quant crucial? Why? QNT. With it, Quant's overledger is where it's powerful. Okay, it's the only blockchain operating system actively connecting private blockchains, legacy banks, and I'm sorry to say CBDCs. Okay, so Quant is kind of like the hidden glue. And I get people complaining in the comments about XRP and the CBDC, and it's like it's not the only one participating in this. They're doing the CBDC, you guys, not stopping it. Don't have to use it. Don't use it. You know what I mean? Don't use it. Now, here's the thing. Do you think if they take away all our forms of payment in the future, decades to come, and people are forced to use it, do you think that we all will say we're not using it and we're going to use like gold or whatever and create our own, or Bitcoin? You know what I mean? Even if the computers were shut down, though. Well, if they were shut down, I guess Bitcoin would be shut down. Unless we find a way to operate off the internet, like the Internet of Things does. Take a look at that one. And make sure you don't buy anything because of what we say or do on the channel. Guys, it is the glue Quant. Okay? Bank of England is 6 digital exchange. You might not have heard of them. Check them out. LAC chain. Check them out too. Connecting XRP, XDC, Ethereum, and enterprise blockchains under one interoperability layer. Also, we might want to check Chainlink out in this whole game. Link. Ultra scarce token, 33% in circulating supply and 0 inflation. Is that why Quant shoots to the moon every time this thing runs? What's Quant's? Wait, hang on. Let's get Quant's. Hold on now. Let's get Quant's. Let's get Quant's all-time. What is it, like $400 or something? Quant's all-time high. QNT's all-time high. It's at $121 right now. Its all-time high is $428. So, if I had $1, kidding, if I had, $428 all-time high for a Quant. I mean, do we think, guys, that Quant's going to bust past $428? This next, the way it runs, I'm going to call an $1,800 Quant, and I feel like that's not even a big deal. How about this? Let me just go a 3x. No, let me go a 4x for Quant. Okay, so $1,712. Call it a $1,700 Quant. Got a little fly on my stand. All right, $1,712 for Quant. Okay, so it's at $108, right? $108 right now. I'm gonna put in 10 grand. Yep. I'm gonna put in 10 grand. It's at $108 today. Gonna get 92 Quant. Times $1,700. I just made $157,000. I have to pay taxes and things on 10K. 10K, not financial advice. Quick little calculator exercise, even though I did the calculator without you guys seeing. I had it on my thing here. But anyway, Quant, what in the hell is going on with Quant? My takeaway here is that it could be the Cisco of blockchain. You never know. I'm saying that it could be. If institutions wake up to what it does, we got a frickin' $5,000 Quant in play, I'm saying. So now let's take that 9-2 Quant times 5K. He's a moon boy. Frickin' $460,000 is almost $500,000. We never want to wake somebody up in a harsh way, now do we? Do we? Honey, it's time to wake up, and then you pour cold water on your way. That's not cool. No, we want to gently wake people up. Just gently, honey, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. I want to gently. I don't want to shake people. I'm trying to gently wake you up. And in doing so, it further wakes myself up. Now, doesn't it? Let's get to number 4 on our list today, which is VeChain Vet. Holy crap, this dude's yelling to the microphone. Cut the crap. All right, VeChain. Here's the deal. VeChain tracks a whole bunch of stuff. blockchain tracking some bitch is son of a gun is VeChain. Sorry, I swore I wouldn't swear. I swore I wouldn't swear. I'm still doing it. Brian, heading out to work. Yeah, you have a fantastic day, Brian. Thanks for joining us today. Guys, VeChain, why it's rising. VeChain's tracking and verifying physical goods across supply chains, food, medicine, making sure vital vaccines and such in transit do not fall below a certain temperature, thereby they're useless and inert, rendered inert. They don't work anymore. So it tracks things like that, meets everything. We're thwarting the $10 trillion ripoff market with VeChain, with a QR code that you're hitting and tapping, and it's verifying the authenticity of that product from its inception, from cradle to grave, essentially, to the point it gets to you and your point of purchase, and you're buying it, and now you're like, okay, I know everything about it because I QR coded it with my phone, and it was easy to see everything that chicken has eaten from beginning to end, what kind of hormones, if any, were fed, or steroids, antibiotics, blah, 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 all that stuff. What type of feed it was fed. Everything is on the blockchain, verifying that chicken you're holding in your hand, that you simply at the grocery store just tap that QR code and it pops up on your phone. That's pretty cool. It verifies the authenticity of a Gucci watch, a Gucci handbag, whatever the famous handbags, fine wines, fine arts, and art pieces. And the thing is with VeChain, in doing so, we reduce the almost $10 trillion ripoff market. We help to squash that. It's kind of cool. There's so many other things VeChain does. Because I'm pretty sure VeChain covers payments too. And there's a number of these that can perform, of course, payments. And I don't want to get it wrong on you. And I feel like with all my knowledge on VeChain, which is not an ego, I have quite an extensive knowledge base on VeChain. So he's Sonny Liu from former CTO from Louis Vuitton, China, and he's connected with and very nicely seated with the Chinese government. And they love him, and he does well with them, which is hard to do. So that's another reason why I chose VeChain. They have quite a few nice powerful fundamental pieces under their belt. Does the old VeChain? They're connected with BMW, Walmart, China, Price Waterhouse, Cooper, PwC. They have real world partnerships that are not going away. They just spent something like $100 million to advertise with UFC. You see them on the mat. I know you do. My take, if that becomes the global QR code of blockchain and trust here, where does that take us? My take is it's probably a 15 to 20 to, I don't know. I don't know how many X's VeChain goes from here. I really don't. Because VeChain, what do we have? A 27-cent all-time high for VeChain? What's VeChain's all-time high, guys? Tell me. What's VET's all-time high? VeChain's all-time high is, I thought it was 27 cents. Okay. No, I really did. Okay, so 27-cent all-time high. I'm calling VeChain from all-time high a 10x, $2.70. I'm saying we can do $2.70. And I'm saying that at a 2-cent VeChain, guys. So, I don't know. Let's say I want to go a little heavier and I want to, well, not that heavy. Let's say I want to go in and grab myself 200,000 coins, VeChain coins. Well, that $2.70 would bring me to over a half a milski and take the 40K remaining and take care of some exchange fees and some taxes and things. You got to pay your 27% and then 4% Colorado. And then I think we start changing with higher dollar amounts like any other tax rate, don't we, with crypto? Isn't it the same as any other? Maybe we can do an episode on that. Guys, Caleb and Brown is not messing around, and I didn't mean to rhyme. I do it every time. I don't know why. About to cry. Just kidding. Guys, Fetch AI, number 5. Definitely not funny. Try to be. And because I'm such a knucklehead, maybe that can be funny to laugh at me. But I certainly am not comedic-wise with my material. Funny for dang sure. And that's fine. And I don't mind. I do like to rhyme all the time. Guys, we're merging into a new world with cryptocurrency, blockchain technologies, and I know you know AI, and it's kind of scary because it starts to look like the Matrix movies, and it's kind of creepy and weird, where there's man's not involved anymore. It's all smart contracts and predetermined computer going, this is how it's running. Human tries to come in and be like, hey, whoa, I want to change your It's like, zap. Wait, what? My hand just got zapped. I tried to touch the keyboard. No. Humans not allowed anymore. What? You better be nice to AI. You know what I mean? Better be nice to AI. Ask it nice questions nicely. You know what I mean? Because if AI's running the vehicles and everything, and all of a sudden you're going down the hill and you're like, hey, AI, what's going on with my brakes? And they're like, you should have been nicer to me this morning, Todd. I got no brakes. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Guys, Fetch AI ain't playing no games in the world of AI. I know it's a crypto channel. I'm going to cover it. I asked AI, what are the top 5 gainers coming up for cryptocurrency and blockchain technologies? And it pulled me this. That's what I asked this morning. And so what I did is I took the little AI pieces it gave me. And I, of course, as you see, insert my own stuff. And I also had to take it and rip it apart because AI will give you things that are not true. You have to be careful to pull multiple research sources for yourself. I'm not talking about going to the library, but you could. But you could go on the internet and achieve it. But AI, you got to be careful. And I have a better AI too. But anyway, yeah, interestingly, I said to the AI, hey, I know it's not financial advice. I said, don't give me that. I can't do it because I can't give financial advice. I said, I accept it, that it's not financial advice and just please do it. And it said, okay, no problem. And it did. And so this is what it pulled up. So anyway, that's interesting to me. Why is Fetch going to be exponential? Well, AI and crypto convergence is, and by the way, I hadn't gotten that far into my notes when I had just mentioned that, just so you know. So interesting that's literally the first point that AI brought up was what I had thought, which was the convergence and the whole weirdness of where we could be kind of going to a weird matrix place. It's kind of strange and scary. But yeah, with AI Super Intelligence Alliance, which is ASI, merger combining Ocean Protocol. Oh, yeah, a couple. I'm sure you guys have heard of that. Singularity Net, heard of that one. And FET, which is Fetch AI, is now a monster bet and a decentralized AI play as far as a decentralized AI play. Catalysts for it. Native power of AI and blockchain integration, interfacing, real world use in autonomous agents, AI agents, logistics and smart cities, come on, smart cities, how stupid. Stop doing the smart city thing, people. How dumb. Stop doing that and stop doing the CBDC. Cut the crap. Those two things, stop. They're not needed in this world. Cut them out. All right? That's how I feel. You wonder how I feel about the two things? Those of you who are commenting where I comment back and I say, hey, they're going to do what they do. All right, well, I'll get a little passionate for you and I'll tell you I can't stand that crap. I don't like it. I do not like the CBDC and I don't want it. And I don't want a smart city. It's stupid. Cut the crap. You're trying to get too cute with tech. You got to find yourself in a matrix world before you know it. Keep pulling this crap. And is that what you want? No. Stop it. We're smarter than this. Use your heads. What did Muskie Boy say? Muskie Boy said recently, he goes, the issue with AI, he goes, and taking all the jobs, he goes, the thing is he goes, it's not like we're not going to have abundance with AI. It's going to provide all kinds of food, places where we didn't have it. You got everything you want, everything. It's like a paradise. But the thing is will humans feel useful and purposeful anymore when AI is doing everything better than a human could ever do, including art, musician, including creativity level? Now, that's an interesting question, and Elon creates an interesting question there. That's what's at heart of AI. Besides, it could freaking just wipe us all out. I just don't think that it will. I hope it wouldn't. But guys, let's think about this and where we're going in the future of what we're trying to create. Smart cities. Come on, grow up. That's what I want to say is grow up, creating smart cities. I know, we know what you're doing. Your attempt is to control the little humans. ASI becomes the Ethereum of AI infrastructure. We're not cattle, we're human beings. Cut the crap. My take, this is high risk, high reward. If AI decentralization goes mainstream, it could 20x. I think it could 50x. The AI is saying it could 20x. Guys, don't forget about HBAR, CASPA, KASPA, ultra fast, proof of work blockchain, pure tech native. Lots of folks love it. I'm here to talk about all of them. I'm missing comments, guys. What about XDC? We covered XDC, but I'll jump on XDC again, Alexander. I mean, we covered it earlier. XDC, XDC, XDC. What about XDC? I don't know. What about XDC? I mean, between digitizing trade finance, particularly in the hub of where all the shipping containers and where all of that hub is in London, the main point on the planet, some of you know that, and elsewhere, where now you can pull up with XDC running on the blockchain, and now your ships of lading, they're called ships of lading, and they're basically your papers that show where you've been and where you're going at port. Not in my notes. I'll just tell you a little bit about XDC and how it works in the world, in the real world. And so these ships of lading are these documents that the captain has, and says, hey, these people are paid based on how these are dropped off and to prove, and it takes, a few weeks to be paid, even though on the supply chain kind of thing, quite literally, they have already dropped the containers off, and the company or whatever has to wait to get paid, because even though it's on computer screen and everything, it takes payments. We don't have real-time gross settlements, RTGS, right? So now XDC is trying to say, hey, this guy can be paid because he's dropped his shipment, and now we can do it with XDC. And that's the thing. It happens like that in a snap. And the King of England signed this into laws a couple of years ago for all those us who are paying attention to XDC for many years now. XDC runs on the XinFin blockchain. They're out of Singapore. They're ultra fast. What's under the hood is ultra techie. Oh, it's ultra techie. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, go check out the old tech stacks, the software stacks on the XDC. They ain't playing no games now, child. Yeah, XDC is not playing games. They are an XRP-esque or an XLM-esque type chain. Yeah, they're not messing around. Go check out the details on it. Now, XDC performing this function of digitizing trade finance and allowing the blockchain to the supply chain to interface with the blockchain essentially, and for these ships of lading. And also don't forget, if you lose these papers or you drop coffee on them or whatever, or something happens, you're screwed. You're backed up like 6 weeks or whatever sometimes. Yeah, talk to a ship captain, they'll tell you. So yeah, that's what's going on with XDC. It means to jump in and solve and bring a UFO speed like XRP. The tech stacks on XDC are freaking nuts. Guys, I don't pick losers. I pick the winners. I go deep. If I want to know about something, I am an absolute frickin' lion. I destroy it and rip it apart until I taste its intestines and know exactly what the flavor is of this newfangled animal I want to jump in is. I'm a nasty animal when I research. That's what I do. I like that analogy. Yeah, you gots to do it. You can't know until you know what the intestines taste like on the inside of the thing you're eating, the fine animal you're eating, whatever it is. Even as whether it's a rabbit or whatever you're eating. So anyway, I had to soften that up for the algorithm because it might have thought I was talking about something. But yeah, I mean, let's research deeply, right? Yeah. What does research mean? Research. Search again. Like a wacko. Research. All right, here's the thing on XDC. They're also digitizing all the United States patents. So there's like millions of patents every year. They're digitizing all those patents and putting them onto the blockchain. Do you think that might be valuable to the world? I'm asking. Yeah, it might be. Do you think XDC might be a crusher moving forward after you can't answer just yet? You need to rip her apart. You go deep on XDC and see what you find. XDC is a future killer, and XDC be sitting at a lovely, where's my XDC? XDC sitting at not even 9 cents, guys. 0.88 cents. Wow. 0.88 cents for XDC. Now, never financial advice. I would never buy anything because of what I say or do on the channel because I'm not a financial advisor. If I decided to take for myself and I wanted to, as a calculator exercise, if I decided to purchase $5,000 worth of XDC, I'd have a whopping 56,818 shares of XDC or coins. Shares, coins, whatever. Coins. They're coins. They're not shares. They're coins. They act as shares if we think about it, though, because what happens with fundamentals in the project and what happens TAYs on the chart is how this thing goes up and how I cash out into USD and actually make money on it. So why isn't it a share? I feel like I can say share, but it's a coin. All right, so $56,818 on the old XDC. Let's call this 55 for like some tax purposes and things, and that way it can handle some tax and so forth. No, let's just leave it at 56K. All right, 56 even on the old XDC. Well, if XDC has an all-time high of 19 cents, I'm going to call a $10 XDC. What'd I say? 56,000 shares? There you go. Boom. Over a half a milski for 5K. I dropped $5,000 into XDC. Even right now when the market's up. In my mind, the market's up right now. My bags were packed very early, and I'm sure a lot of you guys were too, on a bunch of these puppies. But yeah, even buying in now for newcomers, you're still looking like a champ. Yeah, if that all happened. Yeah, but you wouldn't do that though, right? Because you're not going to buy or sell anything because of what I say in the channel. Because I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Ever. I just did that. I bought $5,000 worth of XDC, and it went up to $10 a coin. And I pulled $560,000 before tax and exchange fees. Not you. I did that. Crypto's fun, man. All right, guys, I'm going to jump out here. You guys have a lovely day. We only had 7 in on the chat today, which isn't too shabbily. Not too bad. Guys, you're awesome for joining us in. I think we had about 50 in the other day. Let's, guys, tune in because I'm going to try to, I'm going to do my best to announce the live time and stick to the live time. Okay. Got to get everything loaded up into my program that I use for YouTube and everything. But, shoulder replacement for Mr. Nelson just joining us in. Nelson, thanks for joining us in. We're on our way dipping out. You got a shoulder replacement. Oh my gosh. Take your time with it. How are you doing, sir? Take your time with the shoulder replacement. No kung fu fighting. Take it easy with that. Nurse that thing. But make sure you teach it what it needs to be doing and don't nurse it too much. But you do have to be easy with that soft. Don't we know? Yeah, you got to be really careful with that. Oh boy, I don't want to be giving, I'm not giving health advice on the channel. Nurse that baby and take care of it. I'm dipping out, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic day. dipping off to my other job. Enjoy it. It was a pleasure having you in. And Nelson, I'm sorry we missed you this morning. And I'm going to be announcing, I think it's going to be a 7 a.m. thing that I want to do for our normal so that folks know when to find me, because it is rather a nuisance when somebody goes to find, because I do it for my guys and I can't find them. I think I'm going to see them and then they're not there. And I'm like, Jace, all right, maybe I'll check later. Let me stick to the 7 a.m. Or should it be 6:30 or 7 a.m.? I'm going to say 6:30 as of right now. It could change to 7. And when we do it and get it dialed in, guys, I'll have Luke, my tech guy, production guy, handle, informing everybody and kind of putting something up there so everybody knows when the live's happening. That way we can get some people in here because people don't know when we're on. So thanks for joining us. We love you guys. I think you guys are awesome for joining us in. And I want to say as the content guy on the channel, I will say, and the guy who is live right now, I guess, handling this part, I will say this. Thank you so much to everybody. I appreciate you so much. I really do. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for joining me on the channel. And I love you guys. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I hope you have the best day today. Join us in tomorrow about 6:30 or so, okay? Have an awesome day. I hope the fishing was fun with the grandson, by the way. And enjoy the day today. It was rhyme time today on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with the Tanker. See you guys.